Hey guys, how are you? Today I'm here to come to talk about this tendency I've been seeing over and over. Almost any immigrant coming to America or Western world is advised that in order to succeed, you have to go to the medical profession. And especially, you must become a nurse so that you can be able to get a lot of money. You don't need to become a nurse or to be a medical profession in order to succeed. This has made millions of immigrants to go to one profession, to go and want to become just a nurse. Remember, nursing or medical profession, despite how much it pays, in the end, that is not a normal job, is a profession which requires some sort of vocation. You must have something in it, something motivating you, a certain type of vocation to do well and succeed as a medical profession. So you find out, if you find 10 immigrants, sometimes all 10 are nurses, 8 out of 10 are nurses, 7 out of 10 are nurses. So I'm not saying all of them, but majority of people are trying to go there. And it has been the advice, oh, I want just to start with the CNA, I want to go to LPN, I want to do blah, blah, blah. Everybody wants to go to the medical profession, and especially wants to become a nurse. This is my opinion, but do you want to tell me nurses are paid higher than any other profession? The answer is no. And I'm going to break down to you what it takes, how much nurses are getting paid in relation to other professions. And you go deep dive to find out if you want to do something for money. Is it a good idea to become a nurse? If it's your vocation, go ahead. But if you want to do for money, as money, like I want to make more money in America, I want to give you a truth on the other side. So in order to do that, I'm going to play one video of another person, first of all. And this has been a topic going on for quite some time now. And if you go to the Google search, also, it is something I'll go to show you how much other professions are getting paid. And you'll find the truth. So to start with, I'm going to put you this video. This one. Listen very, very, very careful. Okay. This person I'm going to play is one among the millionaires, is original from Iran, but is a millionaire in the US, is going to answer the question about how much money someone working at the UPS. I want to give the distinction. There is UPS and there is USPS. USPS is United States Postal Services. That is a federal government job. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about UPS. UPS here in America are the drivers and other people working into like USPS, like a post office, but these people are going to wear different type of uniform. They wear like brown uniform. So this is the question. How much do they get paid?
Okay. What do you think is the average pay for a full-time employee now at UPS? Don't say anything, Tom. What do you think?
UPS.
UPS.
Hey,
UPS.
Vinny, what can Brown do for you? Give me the answer.
55,000.
Okay, full-time, right?
Full-time.
Okay.
I'm assuming most people want to kill everyone.
Not minimum wage. Average.
Average. The key word is average salary for a full-time employee.
You said 55? 55. Well, I'm a huge.
How much can you guess the average salary or the average salary for the person working full-time at UPS? How much? Can you guess on your end before you get the answer from there? Guess. How much is that?
Fan of The Price is Right. I'm going 55-1.
55.
Okay. Well, first of all, you win. That was not a hard bet
Adam,
to do, but I'm going to tell you what it is.
Yes.
Okay. It's... Oh, my God. I can't believe this is it.
Way higher?
Okay. What is the minimum wage right now, federal in America? What's
like
the minimum wage?
$7 or something.
$7.20. Okay.
Yeah.
Some states want to take you to 15. Okay. Right. All right. So full time, it's $49 an hour.
That's
The minimum, the average salary for someone working at UPS is $49 per hour, which makes you over 100,000 per year.
it's 100 grand a year.
Guys, 40.
That's 100 grand
That's
a year.
exactly what it is. The average full-time employee now at UPS gets paid 6-figure salary.
Did you see that? Did you see that? The average salary, someone working at UPS is $49 per hour, making almost over 100,000 per year. That is the average salary. Nurses don't make that one. And if they make that one, I'll tell you how they make that one. So the point I want to raise to you, if you want to look for money, don't just rush, I'm going to become a nurse, all immigrants to become nurses. Yes, nursing pays a lot, but I want to show that one side. Then let's go to the Google search and see if what they are telling these people is it true or not. So here is our Google search. What is the average salary of UPS employee? Let's put it just general without putting the driver or what. How much money do they make? So this is from different, indeed, how much do they pay? There's $30. This is for security, blah, blah, blah. But let's go to their official website. And we'll go from there. Then we'll look about other things people are talking about. UPS salaries, when we compare. And that means we'll be able to figure out this one. So UPS driver's career. The drivers, what is the education level to become a UPS driver? High school education. So there are part-time and full-time. So the part-time, they make up to 25,000, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Those are previous. But if you look into the numbers, UPS full-time salary package delivery drivers receive an average total compensation package of 145,000 per year. 145,000 per year to become a UPS driver. But those who are, and UPS, there are two things of UPS. There is those who are driving the small packaging, going like their truck, but not big truck, to bring to people's home. Those they make 145. But those who are driving the big haul drivers, the big UPS truck, those huge one, they make 100. That's the average, 175 per year, 72 per year. They pay almost $1, 95 cents per mile after 4 years and going like that one. And then they give you all those kind of things. If you are part-time, average, after 30 days, you're starting making $20 per hour. That is UPS. And here is just like when people compare the salary of the UPS, average is 111,000 to that one. That is the UPS. Meaning the UPS people getting paid sometimes more than a lawyer. That's how it is. UPS pays more. And these UPS are different from being a big truck drivers. They are going to deliver, just like deliver Amazon packages. That's what UPS is doing, delivering packages. But you can make $30 to $49 per hour. That's how they make. That's UPS. So let's go back to the nursing part. to see if the nurses are able to make $100,000 per year. And in order to make that amount, what will take them to make? So let's do the math here. Most of the nurses are making $35 per hour. Most of the nurses. If they make more, might be 40. I understand there is a different component. There are different levels of nurses. There are those with masters, PhD, but I'm talking about the average normal registered nurse will make about $35 per hour. Some states they can go up to 40. So let's go to there are places they get $30 per hour, nurses. So let's go, nurses will make $35 per hour. Per month, or just per week, how many hours do nurses do? So usually they work 12-hour shift for 3 days in a row, and then they have days off. So they make if they work 36 hours, this is one job. But majority of them, they work two shifts. Like one shift, like full time, is 35 to 40 hours per week. Just like any other person job is $40 per hour. I mean, 40 hours per week. But for them is the entire week. What do they do in a week? They compress. Instead of doing 8 hours shift Monday to Friday or 5 days a week, what they do is they do full 12 hours shift. And they do that in space of, so they take almost 35 to 40 hours per week and they squeeze them to 3 days. That's what they do. So if you take this one times 4 weeks, that is 160 hours. But what do they do? Let's say they get $35 per hour. So per month, nurse will make this one, $5,600. That's how they make. That is if they make for $35 per hour. But there are so many nurses, they make $30 per hour. $30 per hour times how many hours? 160 hours. You make 4,800. That's how it is. But because nurses, they are working these how many hours? 3 days a week. Because they can work 3 days a week, like full time. So what do? They go to another hospital or to another medical location, and they have the second job. So instead of working 40 hours per week, they maybe go and so they do their 3 days in one location, and they go to do 2 days or 3 days in another location. So the point is not that nurses are paid 10,000, they make 6 figures. No, is when you work more hours per week, automatically you are going to make more money. So let's go and see if we decide to times 2, how much do they make? So if you go here, so the nurse has 2 jobs. That will be job number 1 is working Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, 40 hours per week. And then this one for 4 weeks is 160 hours. Let's say this person is going to make $30 or $32, whatever it is, will make this amount per week. I mean, per month, for one job. And then this person goes to find another job, either part-time or full-time. Because if I work 3 days a week, what am I going to do the rest of 4 days? Oh, so these 4 days, I can work 3 other jobs. I mean, 3 other days. So what is going to do? The same person is going to work another shift, another job, another location. So another location, let's say is going to do another 40 hours, or let's say it's going to do 35 hours for $30. So this one will be, let's say, is going to do for $35. So will be this amount per week. So times 4 will be 4,900. So, but the previous one, the first job had 5,120. So if you plus is making 10,000. So how does the nurse make 10,000 per 10,000? It's not because the nurse is working 40 hours per week. No, because the nurse has worked 80 hours per week. That's how it is. Because technically it has 2 jobs. If you take the first 40 hours the person is doing, and let's say another job is working 35 hours per week, those are 75 hours in what? In a week. And he's having 1 day off. So even if you don't become a nurse, even if you don't become a nurse, you go and find any job which pays you $25 per hour. In the warehouse, you can have that job easily. The job to have $20, $21, $22, you can work into warehouse. For instance, Chewy Company. The Chewy Company is a big warehouse, is close by to our house. If you start the first day at work, the night shift, you start with the $21. If you work at after a certain time, you go to $24 to $26 per hour. So let's say you are going to have a job at warehouse, which gives you $25 per hour. And this is just another job, not the job which is, so if you work 75 hours per week, like a nurse, for $25 per week, you'll make this one, times 4, you'll make this one. So a nurse will make $10,000 for 75 hours per week. So per month, you'll make 75. I mean, for nurse, you'll make 10,000. And for you, working at the warehouse, you can make this one. So what is the logic behind here? I'm trying to explain to you. The logic is not the nurses are making more money. The point is the nurses are working like 2 jobs at the same time. They, in a week, they don't just work 40 hours per week to make, to come to get paid 6 figures. No. So even if you work at the warehouse, if you work 2 jobs, you make good money. If you have 2 full-time jobs, you make good money in America. That's how it is. So let's say a person who have job 1, you get $50,000 per year. And you find job 2, this will work 8 hours per day. So after 8 hours, you go to another job you do. So you do 16 hours per day. You work 5 to 6 days a week. Easily, you can make $100,000. So let's go and find out. If you come here, you have $8. I mean, you have 8 hours shift per day. And because of that, you are going to times 2. Because you'll be doing 2 jobs of 8 hours, 16 hours. And the rest of the hours, you'll be chilling at home. Because it's 24 hours. So you have 8 hours at home, 16 hours at work. So that is per day. And you work for 6 days. Nurses are, most of them, they work 6 days, not 5 days. Let's say you work 6 days. You decide to have 1 day off. So this is per day, 16 hours. Times, how many days are you going to work? You are going to work 6 days a week. So this is 96 hours in what? In 1 week. So how many weeks we have? We have 4 weeks. So for 4 weeks, you have worked 384 hours. So assume you have $25 job. You'll make 9,600. So the point I'm trying to make here is just we don't get the minor details about being a nurse. We don't get the minor details that what it takes. How do they really make those $8,000, $10,000? It's not just because you are a nurse, you get $100 per hour. No. It's because they work more hours than a majority of people. They work technically 2 jobs at the same time because they have full-time 12-hour shift for 3 days, and then you have 4 days off. So, okay, what am I going to do my 4 days off? Let me find another job. So the point is, if you work, even if you get $25 per hour, you make more money. So this person, let's say, is working Monday to Saturday, and he's getting $25 per hour. He's making 9,600 times, this is per month, times 12. How much this person is making? 115. So to make 100,000 in the US, you don't need to be a nurse. The point is you need to have so many work hours. If you have 2 jobs, and each job gives you $25, you can make that one, as long as you make more hours. So that is the concept behind. But I've seen some people come here. They have bachelor degree. Maybe they come for paying for themselves or scholarship. They do a master's maybe in, let's say, in political science or in sociology or a master's in something else. And then they are going to get a student loan, or they're going to pay extra money for them. Oh, I heard nurses are getting paid more, so I'm going to pay to study 3-4 years more to become a nurse. I can make 100,000. But they forget behind the nurses how many hours they're making. There are those who are highly paid because they have reached good work experience, they have leadership work, and so many other things. Those one, they can get $50 per hour, $60 per hour. I don't know how much money they make. They can have fewer hours of work of 40, 50 hours, and they can make 100,000. I understand there are those exceptions. But the majority of registered nurse RN we are talking about, they don't make 100,000 just because they are nurses. They make 100,000 because they work 2 shifts. They have 70, 80, 90 hours per week. That's the game. The more hours you work in America, the more money you make. Obviously, the more tax they get from you. That is the game. So my point overall is to make sure that when you come here, if you want to become a nurse, if you want to become a medical profession, go there because it's your vocation. It is something was your part of your dream. Don't go there thinking that, oh, I'm going to make more money. You can go and become a UPS truck driver, or you can become a trucker to drive a Walmart truck. You can make even 200,000 if you want that one. But don't go to waste 4 years of school. Don't go to waste more years of your money and your resources just because I want to become a nurse so that I can make more money, and you forget how many hours they put in. Any job in America, as long as, let's say, you reach a point you make $25 per hour, you have 2 jobs, you can make 100. You can make 100 grand per year. That's my point. Yes, we see so many people are going to become nurses, but do you know, for instance, how many people with IT make? We don't see a lot of effort. I'm coming, I want to become IT professional, but IT they can make a lot. Someone with a bachelor in IT can make more money than someone with a PhD in political science, or any other social science. So don't come here and just quit everything or what you like to do in your life just because you want to make money as a nurse. Go there because that's what is your dream, that's what your vocation, that's what you enjoy, that's what you like to do. Not because I'm going to make more money. I'm not going to be a truck driver, but I know truck driver make more money. And you don't need to have a bachelor degree to become a truck driver. So those are the things I want to break down to you so that you can be able to understand. So if you want to become a nurse, be a nurse. Not because of something else.